The old madam only took one sip of the pigeon soup the woman had simmered, and was delighted to find that it tasted exactly like the soup her son used to make. She hurriedly asked the woman where she had learned the recipe. The woman replied that her husband had taught her. Upon hearing the name of the woman's husband, the old madam realized that the woman's husband was not her son. For the sake of the soup, she kept the woman on as a maid. Little did she know that the woman's husband was actually her own long-missing biological son. Years ago her son had gone missing and, through a twist of fate, became adopted by the Zhou family. After the Zhou family found their biological son, he feared the adopted son would take his inheritance, and schemed to frame the adopted son, sending him to prison. Before the man went to prison, he gave the family heirloom jade pendant to his wife for emergency use, and urged her to forget him and live well. The woman did not abandon her husband, to hire a lawyer and fight for her husband. She worked several jobs at once. Still, she could not save enough money. One day she went to the hospital to donate blood. Seeing her in such a pitiable state, a doctor told her that the richest Xie family was hiring a housekeeper with a high salary and suggested she try to get the job. The woman bound her pregnant belly. In the end, she won the housekeeper position with a single bowl of pigeon soup. Remembering that the law firm had just called to demand legal fees, she mustered the courage to ask the old madam for an advance on her wages. The old madam angrily scolded her for not knowing the rules, since she was requesting pay before she had even started working. The woman tried to explain that it was to save her husband, but the old madam said the Xie family was not a charity and had no obligation to help her. With no choice, the woman left. That night the old madam had a nightmare. The butler told the housemaids to find a way to soothe her. If the old madam was further frightened, all the maids would be fired to keep the hard-won, high-paying job. The woman sang lullabies to calm the old madam to sleep. The lullaby was the same song her husband had once sung to soothe her to sleep. The next morning the old madam woke up saying she hadn't slept so well in a long time. She immediately rewarded the woman $1,000 and said her son's birthday was tomorrow and wanted the woman to take charge of it. Seeing that the old madam favored the woman, Butler worried the woman might one day replace her position and decided to find a way to get the woman dismissed. On the birthday the woman noticed the young master's place at the table was empty. Only when she heard that the young master had gone missing as a child did she understand why she had never seen him. After dinner the woman looked at the birthday cake and thought it would be a shame to throw it away. The butler immediately saw this as a chance to get rid of the woman. He said the old madam was in a bad mood and had no appetite, and told the woman to take the cake and eat it. The woman gratefully accepted without suspicion, since it was her husband's birthday, and thinking of him suffering in prison, she tearfully lit candles on the cake, took out her husband's photo, and made a wish, promising she would find a way to free him. After all, she was already carrying his child. At that moment the butler led the old madam over, and accused the woman of eating the cake prepared for the young master. The woman explained that the butler had allowed her to eat it, and that she only wanted to celebrate her husband's birthday. The butler replied that he had already instructed the maids that the cake was for the young master and must not be touched. He claimed the woman had cut the cake without permission and lied, an act of disrespect to the young master. When the old madam saw the woman had dared to touch her son's things, she vowed to teach the woman a lesson. She grabbed a whip and began to beat the woman. The woman begged for mercy over and over. The butler, seeing the woman holding her belly, suspected she was pregnant and said the woman could bake a new cake for the young master. The old madam refused and continued whipping the woman. She didn't notice the jade pendant fall from the woman's neck. The next second the butler pointed at the woman's belly and declared she was